Hey, what's up guys, I'm Praetorian and welcome back to Hearts of 4's. We are playing with the United Kingdom. Alright, so let's just go ahead and hop on into it. I went ahead and named the units already. I tried to spread out the love, pick names from different, people who have suggested. And then a few of them were, we didn't like Wavell's Winkers was actually suggested for infantry, but we didn't have a lot of tank suggestions. So yeah, just kind of try to spread out the love. We got Redcoats for the infantry, we got Peacekeepers for the cavalry, we've got Wavell's Winkers for the light tanks, Wellington's Own for our colonial troops, we got Yorks for the Marines, and we got Bond Squad for the paratroopers. Now, these are not going to be the only division designs, guys. There's going to be a lot more opening up because, and this is one of the things I thought I should mention early on here, and you know what, we should probably, I didn't mean to have this many here training, two of these guys. Let me just double check here what's going on. Are these Marines training up? Yeah, they're training up now. So I guess we can go ahead and allow 2 more to build. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But I meant to only have 4 of them build, but we're going to need more Marines any dang ways. So we'll go and let them do their thing there. But yeah, one of the things I want to discuss is the fact that this is not permanent, guys. This division design is 20 width. We're going to be moving to 40 width just because I like the versatility it gives, and I usually don't like using 40 width because it feels unfair to the AI. But from my understanding, the AI has been much improved on their division designs, so I think it's okay for us to go to 40 width. Just first of all, it is superior, as we talked about in a couple campaigns ago, and then in addition to that, it's I really liked having the versatility of it. You can add so much more to it. So that's why this isn't optimum. We were going to add, when we get to the 40 width, we're going to add anti-tanks and all that kind of good shit. But yeah, this is what it is for right now. I could add anti-tanks to this, but then I have to take the infantry. I mean, maybe we can do that once we get experience, but it seemed like everybody was very concerned about the fact that we don't have anti-tanks and that's why we're doing so bad. Now, that probably plays a bit of the role, but I mean, really guys, let's be honest, we've been vastly outnumbered in every single attack that we've had here. So even if I don't think it's just anti-tanks. I don't think that's just the problem, is that the fact that we can't pierce the enemy armor. I mean, what was attacking us here? They had like 1 tank unit, guys. It was really not. Oh, wait a minute. What was that? Hold up. I was not paying attention. Somebody joined the Comintern. Was it Communist China? I think it was Communist China. That means, let me just double check here, because these guys are still at war, aren't they? Oh, they're not at war anymore. Interesting. They're now at peace with, because China's now in the hands of Yunnan. Alright, this is really weird, guys. One of the things I didn't notice in the last episode before that, was that China had been completely conquered by one of the warlords, and then it became China again, and of course they got all the south part with the old warlord territory, and I did notice that part. And now it seems that these guys are in control. This is incredibly weird. Must be something to do with the new features. Yeah, I don't know. But yeah, interesting, I suppose. The Greeks are still holding out over here, but it looks like they're getting pushed back now. Maybe that's where the focus is. They cannot beat us here. Actually, we could probably push forward if we wanted to, but I'd prefer to stay entrenched right now. Let's not even attempt to do an offensive until they've been distracted somewhere else. Because let me tell you what's going to happen, guys. We could launch an offensive and be effective and probably push them out of Greece, but then the Germans and Italians will prioritize this and they'll pump troops down here and they'll push us right back down. We already know that's going to happen, so might as well wait until either we get more troops over here, which we are sending some. We're actually sending 1 division right now. We got one of them finished training, so I sent him before we started recording. And then, yeah, maybe we can get those tanks over here as well. So, yeah, we can wait till we get more troops over here, or wait until they go to war with the Soviet Union. War has got to start up with the 2 of them soon. You'd expect it to anyway. And then they'll distract the Germans and the Italians. Let's go and put this into something we need. I feel like we really need more fighters, guys. The fighter production has been pretty shoddy of late. I think we are going to go ahead and put another one into fighters. All right, excellent. Because yeah, we are way behind on the fighters. We just can't keep them up, and they're bombing this fleet here. All right, that sucks. It feels like, yeah, our fleet is extremely vulnerable as long as they patrol the Mediterranean, but we can't stop patrolling because we need to sink all these fucking convoys. But really, right now, all I'm seeing is them bombing our fleet. That's what it looks like. It's just our fleet getting bombed to fuck by the goddamn... Yeah, damn it. Alright. Yeah, that sucks. Alright, let me just see what we can do here. Alright, so we have these planes here, guys. We could also... One thing I didn't even think about doing is the fact that what we could do... And yeah, it's just constantly shifting here. What we could do is bring those tactical bombers. I had them over here because they've been incredibly helpful over here to get these planes here. And look at this. I mean, we've been helping out here, you know, sinking convoys with those tactical bombers. So I wanted to keep them there, and plus we might be helping the Norwegians just in case the Germans attempt to invade. We're bombing them all here. But what we could do is reduce them just by a little bit, like leave them over here, just reduce them by 100 so that we can bring some more, we'll bring some tactical bombers over to here to help in Greece, because obviously that would be incredibly helpful, having a few more planes over there. So we got the, I think this is a heavy fighter, right? So let's go ahead and get, oh, I'm really tempted to do naval bombers next. Yeah, I think we'll probably get, or we can get, no, let's get the close air support. I think that'd be a wiser move, though naval bombers are only 23 days away. I guess we'll get it just because of how quick it is. That's the only reason why. So we can get them relatively quickly. So let's go ahead and change up these heavy fighters over to 2s. We don't have any experience, do we? No, not enough to spend just yet. Go ahead and sit on that for a little bit. And yeah, I really feel like we should put some tactical bombers like right over here, because the reason why we can't put any more is because those air bases are all filled up. So if we brought these guys over here, our tactical bombers, let me just get down here. We got a couple of these already. Let's get, oh Lord, I guess we'll just go like so. I wanted to get 100, but it seems, oh okay, that's the problem. Got it. The problem is that we have a bunch of interwar bombers. Okay, that's fine. We're going to go like this. I think that'll work. And then we will get these guys doing, we could start doing strategic air bombing in Greece. Yeah, somebody had come up with that idea. If we bomb the hell out of the whole back area here with the infrastructure, then it might cause serious supply issues for the Axis. It's an option. Let's just try it out. Let's send these guys over there, and then we're gonna have them prioritize. All we want to blow up here is the infrastructure. That's it. No point on blowing up ports, because yeah, it's just gonna end up coming. I think it's all gonna come by land, all the supply. All right, so that's what we're gonna do, guys. Let's see if that works, if that's effective at all. If we just fuck the infrastructure up, then maybe they'll start having serious supply troubles. But remember, there's not really a lot of troops here anymore. They've pulled a lot of them out to deal with these naval invasions and whatnot. We do have some military factories finished, so let's go ahead and pump these into. We got to get more fighters, guys. I'm just gonna go ahead and go with 18 here for right now. And it seems that we are also going to be now short on the aluminum because of all the damn planes that we're currently building. And I want to go ahead and see if we can't get some more fighters in here in the seas. Do we have any fighters? Let's just double check here. Just really, this is where we're at, guys. It's really all about, we only have 55 fighters, all about the air war right now. We got our improved artillery upgrade, excellent. Let's go ahead and, I suppose we can improve anti-tanks. They're starting to fall behind a little bit. So yeah, let's do that. 61 days away. And then we've sunk some more convoys over here, excellent. But I want to see if this is going to have any effect here. You can see that the allies, our allies here, are having more and more effect attacking here. It was a much lower number before. We've got the Dutch here, we got the Danes, South Africans. We've gotten encryption, excellent. Who dares win? Let's go ahead and get decryption now. Try and get any kind of bonus that we can get. And yeah, our allies just keep on launching invasions over here, causing all kinds of trouble. And you know, these little invasions that the allies launch, they're pretty fucking useless overall. I mean, they're not really all that effective. But you know what? They do have their benefits, of course. It just distracts the Axis because they constantly have to defend all these ports, and they got to beat back the rebellion, the invasions. And yeah, they're not highly effective. They don't do a lot. They rarely ever succeed. Except for in Italy. Sometimes Canada or South Africa or something like that gets lucky in Italy. For the most part, yeah, they don't succeed much. Our planes are doing a pretty good job at trying to defend our fleets, but yeah, I feel like we need to get some more planes over here, more fighters. I wish we had a larger number of fighters. Our fighter numbers are terrible, guys. So we went ahead and researched the naval bombers, so we can go and upgrade those. Let's go and get the close air support next. Let me just get these guys upgraded here. Naval Bomber 2s should help us out a little bit on bombing convoys, I suppose, since I don't really have any fleet. What I also kind of want to do is get some more factories going towards the strategic bombers. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's put a few of these towards strategic bombers because, yeah, this takes a lot longer to build these. And I really want to start an air campaign against Germany. Tactical bombers, they could probably reach the outskirts. I don't think they could reach Berlin, though. No. Yeah, they can't even reach. Yeah, they wouldn't be able to reach Germany at all for the most part, it seems. No, not really. Yeah, there's really no point of trying to have the tactical bombers reach. They're just not going to do it. Yeah, we're doing an all right job, but yeah, it looks like the Norwegians here are losing submarines. I think that's the second submarine I saw sunk there. But yeah, we're doing a good job sinking those convoys. But yeah, overall, it's I mean, it's helpful sinking convoys, but it just feels like there's so much more we could be doing to help out in this war right now. We did get this, excellent. So let's go ahead and get tempted to go with the mountain troops, but once again, I feel like we've kind of already maxed out our elite troopage numbers. So let's not do that. We could also go ahead and grab these up. You know what? That'd be incredibly helpful. Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. We're gonna get those 142 days away. And it does suck that we've already designed our tanks here. But yeah, I know that we could win here. We give up our entrenchment, but yeah, we could easily push over here. Maybe we should, just because we're not doing anything else. We got these guys here. We have 22 divisions now. Maybe we should go in and launch an attack, guys. You know, try and launch an offensive and start pushing them out of Greece. It looks like they gave up. They essentially have given up on Greece, and they're not doing anything else. So, I mean, I keep hoping that they'll declare war, but yeah, they're going towards strategic air effort. You know where those strategic bombers are going to be coming. They're going to be coming to our homeland. So yeah, if we could just get them distracted. Jet engine effort over here in Italy. Soviet Union's currently working on armament effort. Still no war between the Axis and the Comintern. I don't know if it's going to happen with Japan here. They're building up the Manchurian army. Okay, that is in preparation for war with Soviet Union. Trying to build them up over here. See, they're back to being China. Okay, it's interesting. I don't really know how that all works over there, all the new features. All right, now that we have all the air stuff for the most part, with the exception of jet aircraft, we're going to start working on some stuff over here. Let's get air defense. That's going to build up maximum air defense in our coastal provinces, and so that'll help deal with the bombing raids, the German bombing raids. Yeah, God, let me see. Do we have enough fighters yet? Tell me we got some fighters. We have 111. That's enough to put some over here. Luckily, our planes are doing, like I said, they're doing an effective job, but there's only so much they can do over there. Let's go ahead and add another air wing here. We're going to get 100 fighters. Let's see, where are they at? We could also get our heavy fighters working as well. I was saving them. It looks like it's going to be interwar fighters. I was saving them for because you know they're going to take heavy casualties once we start bombing Germany. But if we just put like 100 or something like that, I guess that wouldn't be a bad bet. It would help us, I think. I don't know where exactly we'd want to put them. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, we don't have air superiority over here. Throwing a few fighters over there might be helpful. But yeah, I think we might launch an invasion here, guys. Yeah. I just don't want to. That's what I was saying, is I feel like I could be more use, like I could be helping out more other than just sitting here guarding Greece. I mean, this could result in our troops losing in Greece because of this. Like I said, they're going to pump troops down here if we attack. Plus, we're going to lose a lot of men here in this attack because these are hills. We already know we're going to take heavy casualties if we do this. But I feel like we got to do something. Let's do it, guys. Let's launch an attack. We won't launch all of them just in case. Just in case they can't all fight anyways. So let's just launch 12 of them. And is that a win? No, it's not. Interesting. Remember, there is, we can't bring them all. There we go. You see them retreating, I think. Oh, that was all our guys that retreated. Never mind. All right, let's try and attack again. Let's see. Let's just see why exactly. Well, they keep pulling back because the unit that launches the attack loses. So we're becoming a part of our allies' attack. We need to send our own attack. That's what the problem is. All right, so we can kind of see why we're losing here. So yeah, just scrolling through here, they do have the entrenchment, they do have the train, so all those are important. But really, when it comes down to it, is that they have the air power. I think that's what's making the difference. We do have a little bit of the decryption advantage, and Chamberlain has finally passed away. All right, let's go ahead and take a look at this event here. Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain has fallen ill recently, despite previous previously generally having been healthy for his age. After being diagnosed with bowel cancer, increased pain and lost sleep has led him to resign from his post. Chamberlain still enjoys strong popular support and steps down only as a last resort, realizing he will not live to return to work. The question remains, who will take up the torch after this great statesman and lead Britain through the dark times that may still lay ahead of us? So Winston Churchill is who the empire needs. He'll become the leader of the Democratic Party, or we can do Lord Halifax. Is Chamberlain's first choice? Well, of course we're going to do Winston Churchill. Why would we not do Churchill? That does mean that we have our speech available to us. Interesting. So where is that at? So I can kind of hover over it and see what it does. So this is Churchill's speech, hold, blood, toil, tears, and sweat speech. This is going to increase base stability and base war support. All right, well that's pretty cool. It does cost a little bit of political power, but we're going to do it. Of course, we've got to get that speech. This speech was a very good speech. And now that we've held that one, we can actually hold the next one as well, which would increase base war support by another 5%. This is we shall fight on the beaches speech. Okay, sure. Let's get our war support up, because mainly what I'm thinking here is that that's going to get us more manpower, and our manpower is kind of low, so it probably wouldn't be a bad idea to get that up. So yeah, we did lose in this attack here, guys. That's unfortunate. But as you guys can see, it's not tanks that are why we're losing. Like if you look at this, god damn it, I gotta wait till they stop attacking. All right, now attack. All right, we actually are in the green now. The reason why we're losing, guys, well, first of all, their general, they have Erwin Rommel over here. He's got some good bonuses. But I think the main reason is just air power. We do not have air superiority. We're getting bombed the entire fucking time we fight. That's why we're losing. It's air power. Air power is incredibly important in Hearts of Iron. It's really a big deal. So I mean, yeah, if you want to talk about what we should be adding to our infantry units, it's not anti-tanks, it's anti-air, plus anti-air can act as anti-tank unit as well. So really, that's what we should be adding if we really thought about it. I think we should go ahead and start working, continue on planes. The air war is where it's at, guys. Well, we're going to start falling behind in the Navy. I suppose we can go ahead, I mean, we got one tech thing going towards the air. So let's go ahead and start researching these ships. We got a lot of ships to research. So what we're going to go into research, we'll research the battleships, I guess. Let's get the battleships, then we'll go out to the light cruisers. Yeah, 122 days here. We're going to get those researching. And Canada only needs 272 more political power. We've saw them, that's for a while they've been able to do it, and they just can't get the political power together because they're spending it. I'm sure they're spending on all the decisions and just everything else that they can spend on. I wonder how we're doing now. Trying to get air superiority here. Looks like it just bounces back and forth depending on, because the AI is always moving their planes. They move their planes all the time. We got multi-altitude flying here. Excellent. Let's continue down this. Let's get us air superiority. We're going to try and get all those air doctrines with how important the air war is. And it seems like that's a constant theme here. Constantly saying that. Heavy fighters, 250. Fighters, 55. Strategic bombers, 45. Not a lot. Tactical bombers, 100 right now. Okay, what we'll go ahead and do, let me see here. I think we should go ahead and step up the tactical bombers we have here. Although I don't know how much they're actually damaging. Since they are doing some damage here, this may actually impact their supply, perhaps. There's not a lot of troops here, so I don't know how much is actually hurting the Germans. They're not facing any attrition here, so it might not hurt them at all. We'll continue bombing with that tactical bomber unit over there. Sorry about that, guys. I had one of my kids knocking on the door, and yeah, I had the game running for a little bit, so while I was talking to them. So sorry about that. You didn't miss anything. Nothing happened. I mean, I think we probably only, maybe not even a day had passed by. But yeah, the kids are still awake right now. They're going to bed here soon. I think it's actually like a couple minutes past their bedtime right now, but I'm letting them stay up a little bit later. Just a little bit later while I finish this episode here. So what we're going to go do is build some more military factories. It seems like that's mainly what we need at the moment, and I think we're done with 80%, aren't we? Yeah. So it's all about the 70% now. Let's go ahead and get all these 70% places built in. It's gonna be all about the military factories, guys. Though, you know what? Getting a few more civilian factories wouldn't hurt either, because yeah, we're not even on. I like having full 3 lines at the very least here. So yeah, we'll build a few more civilian factories after those military factories, but that'll be set up for a while. We did unlock a few more things. We have this was their finest hour speech, so we can just give speech after speech after speech once we get Churchill in order to get that war support up. We're just gonna tick this down. I feel like we've used a lot of political power. I feel like our war support's pretty high. Remember, it's ticking up, you know, all the time as well. So, yeah, we're eventually gonna get to 100, and that little ticking that's going up is gonna be useless because we'll be at 100, and we can't go any higher than that. But as far as the next one, the war bonds, do we want to use that one? That's -5% consumer good factories. Okay, yeah, I mean, that could be useful right now. They expect 13%, so that would give us like an extra couple factories. Yeah, that would be helpful, I suppose. I mean, I really like getting that political power into something else right now. But yeah, we'll go in and get it. I feel like, God, we just use all of our political power on the, oh, that's only for a short amount of time. I did not see that. My bad. I didn't realize that until after we had clicked it. All right, well, whatever. It looks like we got a few extra factories here to get this built up. Yeah, that sucks. It feels like we use all our political power though on the decisions, unfortunately. Damn, they're still bombing the hell out of my fucking fleet over here. That sucks. All right, just take it. Want to keep an eye. Oh, they sunk a destroyer. All right, there we go. They're sinking ships and shit. All right, what we need to go ahead and do, let's do with our search and destroy. They're not even doing anything anyway. Just go ahead and repair now. There's nobody for them to sink over here. We'll send them back home to repair for right now. But yeah, they're let me just see here. Take a look at these. Oh, these guys are done. Excellent. Let's go and pull them out. We're gonna send them over to this army over here, where we could do some naval invasions. Perhaps somebody was talking about cutting off units, trying to cut off the divisions over here. And in order to do that, all we'd have to do is be able to go into this port and then just kind of pull back here and take all this territory. But remember, we got to hold that. That's the problem. So what I'm thinking about doing is getting that ready. We use some of these divisions here. We could use the Marines as well because there's a lot of rivers here, so they can be helpful in that regard. And then just try and use our units to cut them off and then destroy these divisions here when we launch that attack. It's something to think about, guys. I think it would work out. We'd probably have to launch a naval invasion because we won't be ready by the time that they'll probably be dead by the time. Although they are holding out all right. But I don't expect them to be there by the time we're ready. So yeah, we're going to send those Marines over there. We got 2 more Marine units currently training up. We're keeping some units here at home for good reason, I think, because we never know when there might end up being a naval invasion. I don't know how they would do it without any ships, of course. But you just don't know. Somehow the Germans are always able to pull off a naval invasion spread. And they do have ships. They have 12 ships. Remember, all they have to do to launch the invasion is just assign the ships to patrol here, and then they can launch it. And even if we destroy their 12 ships, they still launched it. And if my fleet is, you know, like hiding, like a bunch of cowards, like that's exactly what they're doing right now. Damn, we got a nice size fleet over here. A bunch of ships. Well, we already have a large fleet going over to the Pacific, so we don't need. Let me just double check over here how they're doing. Yeah, we've already got a large fleet over here, 80 ships currently, using most of the naval capacity, and I think that's a pretty good size fleet, guys, for handling up the Japanese once we go to war with them, because we know that it's inevitable that we're going to go to war with them. I think that is going to end up happening. Let's go in and put this into. Oh, we do need more into strategic bombers because we're just not building those quick enough. Well, the heavy fighters, it feels like we're starting to get a nice stockpile of those. Yeah, we got a nice little stockpile of them. Let's go and also put some more into fighters because we can't fucking keep them flying. We're short on resources, oil, and we're also short on the aluminum. We've got a very high need for aluminum with how much planes we're building at the moment. Quite a few. All right, yeah, or at least we're bombing all these fucking convoys. We've got to be wrecking their convoy production, but no, every time I look at them, they're around the same spot that they were before. We could attempt to launch another attack here. I don't think that would work. Really, we're just waiting for war between the Germans and the Soviets. Their Air Innovations 2 over there, NKDV divisions over here in the Soviet Union, Soviet expansion in Europe. Okay, so looks like, yeah, they have now conquered Latvia. All right, that sucks. Yeah, they just submitted to it. They didn't even fight. All right, so I'm guessing Estonia is going to be their next country they try and attack here. We're slowly closing in on a war between the Axis and the Comintern. I mean, it's got to happen soon. We sunk a Italian submarine as they build their fleet back up. We got air defenses. Awesome. That's going to help us protect our side of the channel. Let's go and get the destroyer focus first. And then with our research slot, we're done here. We could go ahead and get the radar. I think that's exactly what we're going to do. Let's get radar. We're starting to fall behind on radar. So we'll grab that up. Looks like we Sunk a light cruiser over here. Excellent. All right, and yeah, they just continue to bomb my fleet here. Okay. If we can get, you know what, we should probably get those heavy fighters we got. We should probably put them over here because that's clearly where they're bombing me heaviest. So I think that would probably be the best place to put them. We could always move these fighters elsewhere. Let me just see how things are going up here. All right, so what we're gonna do, we're gonna have these guys cover this here. Because, yeah, they're probably bombing us out all throughout there. And then what we'll do is have them, instead of doing air superiority, do interception. I don't think they're going to have too many fighters over there. So we're going to have them do air interception. And instead, let's have, because they would be able to cover it better, we will have the heavy fighters move into here. Let's find them. And, yeah, we're going to put them into here. We're going to put, we'll just move all these guys into here. And then we'll get 200 total. And hopefully they'll be able to do a little bit better because they can cover the entire zone, so they can support our Air Force a little bit better. So air superiority, actually, no. Let's have them do them both, air superiority and interception, because it does help them focus a little bit more on the bombers. But I don't want them to just do interception because I want them to know, hey, you've got to kill the fighters as well. So yeah, they did conquer that. That's expected. I thought that they'd be able to do that pretty quick. We do have our Marines over here, so we can launch another invasion anywhere we want. But we're going to wait. Like I said, we're just going to wait, guys. I could check if an attack here would be effective. I guess we can try it out. Yeah, it looks like it's doing okay now. Is it because of the air? No, we still don't have air superiority. But yeah, it looks like, well, there we go. It failed. All right, we'll just temporarily, just every once in a while, launch an attack and see how it does. Obviously, it hasn't been effective yet. We do have 5 tank units over here done. Okay, awesome. We got 14 army experience, so we could make some adjustments to our units if we so desired. What I want to do though is I want to get a 40 width division, and that's going to take a lot of experience. So we might save that, and then because I'm not going to just upgrade. We can go ahead and just deploy all of these actually. Do we want to get any more building? No, we don't really have the equipment. Let's just go and deploy all of them so all of them can get the training here. Let's go and put these into, let's go like so. I want to get more strategic bombers. Let's get a full line of strategic bombers. I feel like we need them. And we're also going to put some more into heavy fighters as well. And yeah, I think that's good. We're just going to continue just pumping everything we got into the Air Force, guys. Eventually, we're going to be able to outproduce the Germans, because the Germans have to focus on their infantry, on their land army. They have to. Especially if they want to defeat the Soviet Union. So I'm sure they're pumping resources into that, and we don't really need to so much because, yeah, we're not going to defeat Germany on land. Not yet. Maybe eventually, but we're not at that point where we're strong enough to contend with them just yet. Yeah, we could have went up to speed 5, man. We're over here on speed 4 this whole time. I knew it was going fast, so I thought we were on speed 5, but we were not. Because, yeah, we're really not doing anything. Let's see, what do we want to get next? Well, could go with tactical bombers. Could also improve our, yeah, let's do our carrier stuff. We'll get because remember, they're defending our fleet quite a bit, so I think it would be important to get those. We'll go and get the fighters first. Oh yes, and we have something that needs to get upgraded here. It is whatever we researched here. The close air support, I never did those yet. My bad. Anything else? No, we're good to go. All right, excellent. So let me just take a look here. It looks like we sunk a heavy cruiser and a destroyer and a submarine of the Italians. Awesome. So they build their fleet up and then we put them back down. Yep, no ships left. Germans still have a fleet. I think they're keeping in port, or it's submarines perhaps that we're just not finding. It's a possibility as well. Yeah, just tons of convoys being sunk. These are probably all trade convoys going to Germany, going up to Germany. You know, all the resources they need. They need a lot of oil and rubber and whatnot. Probably trading with the Americas a lot. That's where they get a lot of their supplies from. So some people were suggesting that we actually patrol here, in fact, to make sure that any German convoys get sunk there. But you know what? I mean, it doesn't really matter where they get sunk, whether they get sunk over here or they get sunk over there. I don't know. It seems like they're both, either way, it's an effective way to do it. Wild Ace appears. Research finished over here. That is our mechanized troops. So we're going to need to change our tank units up eventually to get those, though. You know what? We're going to keep motorized in the light tank unit. Yeah, I think that'd be better because I like that speed. The motorized is a lot faster. So we're going to do that. We're going to keep them in there, and we'll use mechanized for the medium tank, which I really want to get a division design for that. But man, God, the army experience growth has been incredibly slow. All right, so we are in 1941, so we need to start working on production here. Let's go ahead and get concentrated industry 4. Keep on investing in that industry, excuse me. All right, and then we're going to swing around the world and see what everybody else is working on. Rocketry over here in Germany. God damn it, Germany. Fucking fight the Soviet Union. Transpolar flights in the Soviet Union. Light ship effort in Italy. Let's take a look at Japan. We got a destroyer focus, and that might mean that Japan just got something as well. They're going after the range focus. Okay, so we got a destroyer focus. Let's go ahead and go after. Oh, I am tempted to do that so we can get those destroyers and those convoys a little bit quicker. Let's do amphibious warfare. I'm going to grab that up because we know we're going to want to get that next line of transports. We got a research finish for these. Awesome. So let's go after. Oops, my bad. Which one do we got the bonus for? The destroyers. So let's go and grab those up. And we have a few new equipment here that we can do. We've got the mechanized. I suppose we can go and start building that. We know we're going to need it eventually. We'll go ahead and build it, put it underneath that motorized there, and just whenever we get a factory, you can go towards that. Once again, we're short on resources. All these planes that we're building. Let's go ahead and get the... Oh, it looks like we're short on rubber as well. You know, we're going to have to start investing in infrastructure, I think, to kind of build up some of our areas. Because remember, infrastructure does now impact the resources. So yeah, we'll trade with Dutch East Indies because I don't want to trade with my country because my puppet, because then that would just result in their autonomy slowly ticking up. And I don't want to deal with that. What is the outdated equipment? Is it a ship? It is. It's the battleship. Okay, so what we want to do is just assign one, and it seems that none of these ships have been assigned to go where I want them to go. All right, well that sucks. I could have swore I had done that. Maybe it was like newer models and I haven't been assigning them. Yeah, that's definitely a possibility, guys. Okay, let me just make sure. It looks like the submarines are going where they're supposed to go. I don't see any other ships anywhere else, so I think they've been going in the right location. All right, we now finally have political power to modify something. I'm really tempted to go with conscription because, yeah, as you can see, guys, we're out of fucking manpower already. And we have war support pretty high, so, yeah, I don't think we're going to get any more. I believe that we are going to have to go ahead and change up, guys. We're going to have to change over to extensive conscription and get that training time modifier. It's unfortunate, but we've got to get some manpower, guys. So that should slowly start ticking up. We'll start seeing more and more manpower every, I don't know, every tick, whenever it ticks up. I don't know how often it is. I don't know if it's at the month, at a weekly rate. As of right now, it's kind of still doing its regular amount. All right, yeah, it must be at like a weekly marker or something like that. Okay, well, that's good to know. Still sitting here staring across at 13 divisions. They haven't moved any more down here. I think they gave up on this, honestly, guys. They've decided they just can't win there, which, you know, is a smart thing because, yeah, they were just wasting their equipment and manpower. But, yeah, I'm surprised we're just sitting in a stalemate there. We're just staring at each other. Let's go and get our naval bombers, guys. Yeah, just sitting there staring at each other. All right, they might actually be pulling the division away. Or maybe not, I don't know. All right. And yeah, they continue to have to deal with all those naval invasions. Got the research finished over here. That was pretty quick because we did have that modifier for it. Let's go after, well, we're getting the transport tech one. We don't get one for light cruisers, so let's go ahead and go after the light cruisers. We don't get a research bonus is what I mean. We got ace pilot promoted. Excellent. Who dares win? That actually increased the war support. Huh. Awesome. We've got some research finished here for our air doctrine. Let's go ahead and get, we can only go one way. Do we want to do night bombing? That's nighttime strategic bombing penalty is less with a bonus to strategic bombing, or we can go day bombing. That's a much nicer bonus. And escort efficiency. We're gonna go with day bombing. We're gonna do it the American way. I know the British they bombed at night. The British during the war, we got a battle cruiser sunk. Awesome. They were the ones responsible for the night bombing because they had taken such heavy casualties while doing day bombing. While the Americans, when we got involved, we started doing the day bombing, and a big part of that was because we had different planes. Let's get this. What do we want to do next? We're not going to go for level 3 radar just yet, because obviously we don't even have level 2s built, and we need to get production stuff. So let's go and get that. What I'm going to go ahead and do is we are now have open factories soon. So let's go ahead and get something other than just civilian and military factories. And in fact, that is actually the end of the episode. So we'll do that next episode, because yeah, I need to end this here, because as I said, I still got the kids up. I was letting them stay up a little bit. They're watching a movie, so let them stay up a little bit. But it should be over. I think it ended like 5 minutes ago, so it is time for me to get them in bed before I am able to continue playing. But yeah, tons of convoys sunk. That's all great. But yeah, really not a lot happened this episode, guys. We pretty much, we progressed kind of far, I guess. We got some stuff done as far as research and whatnot. But damn, we lost destroyers. We got destroyers getting sunk. But yeah, that's pretty much, we're just in a standstill while we build up for the air war, guys. Just take a look at the stockpiles before we end here so you can see what we're rocking when it comes to our Air Force. Close air support's looking pretty good. Fighters, oh, what nice. We're up at 422. Let's go and get those assigned. I've kind of been sitting on them for a little bit, chit-chatting, doing other stuff. Let's get these fighters assigned next episode. We got the heavy fighters looking good, but the strategic bombers, we have enough. All right, we're going to send 100 next episode. We're going to send 100 strategic bombers out to bomb Germany. We're going to start our bombing campaign next episode. We're going to get some heavy fighters over here to protect them. We're also going to start assigning our fighters all over the place. Probably get like 100 in all of these sea regions to try and protect our ships. Because, yeah, they're sinking all of our ships, and that's obviously not desirable. All right, so let's go and end the episode here. Hopefully next episode will be a little bit more, interesting, I'll say. Japanese settlement, what is this? All right, so that's just some building slots. Okay, they're just kind of building up in this area here, the Praetorian project. Yeah, very, very interesting. But in regards, we can now see everything that everybody's doing, by the way. That's pretty cool. So we can see exactly what they're doing here. They've created the Imperial Air Force. They have not gone for the technological exchange with Germany, and they haven't done the non-aggression pact with China just yet either. So that's interesting to see what everybody's doing. I want to see if maybe we have bonuses, enough bonuses where we can see the other countries as well. Yes, we can. Awesome. Yeah, we can see the Great Purge. Yeah, we can see exactly what they're doing here. See what they're researching on. So they'll have the lessons of war knocked out soon. They did not get a lot of national focus. They're like way behind on national focuses. All right, interesting. Probably from all the problems they've been having. Yeah, they are very behind. All right, that's a problem for the Soviet Union. Looking at Germany, I don't know if we'll have... Yeah, we got bonus for them too. Excellent. So we can see they're working on rocketry. We can see everything that they have done. Rhineland over here. Let me just kind of see what the Rhineland branch has resulted in. War with the USSR. They have to do the anti-Comintern pact first, which they have not. Okay. So yeah, they're still a little ways from declaring war. They haven't done. Yeah, they didn't do that branch. I forgot that's a completely separate branch now. All right. So yeah, they've knocked out the majority of these though. That's concerning. Okay, let me just see what Italy's doing, and then the U.S., and then we'll end this here, because I don't really care what France is doing. They're irrelevant now. So here's Italy's focus tree. They've knocked out the majority of their focuses already, because they still do have that, the base focus tree. Need to get all these major powers updated, man, so that everybody can have those beautiful focus trees. All right, but that's what they're looking at if you guys wanted to see. And then the Americans, which are obviously important for if they decide to go to war. Okay, here we go. War Plan Black. They're going now War Plan Black now. They have to go out to embargo Germany. Then they do the destroyers for bases, and then the Prussian menace. And yeah, that will result in them declaring war on Germany. They need to get that extra research slot. I don't know what's wrong with them. Get that extra research slot, U.S. And they've knocked out pretty much everything else here, a lot of the important ones. So yeah, if the Americans continue down this branch, go to war with Germany, just knock them all out back to back to back, which they might not, but if they did, then that would be, what, 280 days away? That's a long time away, so we can't expect help from the Americans anytime soon, guys. Yeah, unless there's some other way they get involved. I don't know what happens with them in Japan, with the Japanese going down this other branch. It's really hard to tell what happens there. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the episode. If you did, make sure you leave that like, subscribe to the channel, and thanks for watching, guys.